Alright, so let's get started with combining like terms. I know this is probably a review for most of you, but I just want to make sure we know the basics of combining like terms before we get to more complicated things. So before we get started, you'll notice I have a couple of things. I have my pencil. I have a couple different colors. I have markers. If you have crayons or colored pencils, it's fine to use those as well. If you just have a pencil or if you're using your computer, that's also fine. But here's how I do this. So we have the problem. The expression 3x plus 4y plus 6x plus 12y, and we are trying to combine like terms. So in this problem, we want to combine our x's with our x's and our y's with our y's. There's just two different variables here that we will combine. So if we start with our x's, I am going to circle my x's in green just to make it easier. So we have 3x and 6x. And if you'll notice, I'm circling the sign in front of it because that sign is attached to whatever is after it. So in this case, I have 3x plus, that's 6x. Next, I have my y's. So my green is done. Now I'm going to use yellow for my y's. I have 4y, again, plus 4y, we have to use the sign in front, and plus 12y. And now that I have both of those circled with colors, I am going to combine my green terms, which are the x's. So 3x, and again, plus 6x. That will give us 9x. And then our yellow terms, we have positive 4y, you'll notice again that I'm using that symbol in front of it, plus 12y. So we have 4y plus 12y. That will give us plus 16y. And I'm going to rewrite that with pencil just in case you can't see that yellow. So if I rewrite that with my pencil, it is plus 16y. I can't combine anything else in this problem, so this problem is complete. We have 9x plus 16y. Again, the x's and the y's are different terms, so we can't combine them. All right, moving on to our second problem. Same thing, I have a couple colors here for each different variable, or each separate term that we are combining. For this one, I am going to combine like terms again. This time we have 4a plus 3b plus 6a minus 2b. Now again, just like I mentioned last time, it's important to circle the sign that is before the term as well. So I am going to use green for my a's. That is one of the terms that we're combining. So if we look at it, we have 4a plus 3b plus 6a. So again, I'm circling the sign before it, so the plus goes with the 6a. All of my a's are done, so I'm going to set my green down and grab my purple. And I have plus 3b, looks like blue, minus 2b. So again, make sure we're circling those signs because those are attached. So now if I'm combining those terms, 4a plus 6a should give us 10a. And we have positive 3b or plus 3b minus 2b. It's important again to make sure that minus is attached to that 2b. So I have 3b minus 2b. 3 minus 2 will give us 1, so I have 1b plus 1b. You can also write this as 10a plus b. 1b and b mean the same thing. And again, a's and b's are different, so we will stop there. We can't combine anything else. All right, moving on to number 3. It's a similar combining like terms problem. This time it looks a little different. We have some squared terms. So we have 4x squared plus 3x plus 2x. Let me make sure that's visible for you in the video. Plus 2x plus x. So we're adding all of these terms. And again, I'm going to use my different colors to circles to show that they are different. So we have x squared terms and x terms. Those can't be combined. They're actually different terms. Even though they might look like they're the same or they're similar, they are different. So I'm going to start by combining my x squareds with just other x squareds. So that's 3x plus 2x squared. So the plus 2x squared will be my other x squared terms. I don't have anything else with x squared in it, so that is the only two terms there that I can combine. And now I'm grabbing a different color for my x's because they are different. So I have plus 3x, again, making sure to include that sign, and plus x. So if I combine my squareds with my squares and my x's with my x's, I will have 4x squared plus 2x squared. That should give me 6x squared. And then I have my green terms, which are my x's. I have plus 3x plus x. So 3x plus x, again, we said that x is the same as 1x. So 3x plus 1x, that will give us plus 4x. Again, the x squared and the x's are different terms. They can't be combined when you're adding or subtracting. So that ends this problem. We have 6x squared plus 4x. All right, our fourth problem, we have 5x squared minus 3x plus 2x squared minus 4x. Just like the last one, our x squareds and our x's are different terms and they cannot be combined when you are adding or subtracting. So I'm going to start grabbing my green marker and just circling my squared terms, my x squared terms. So I have 5x squared plus 2x squared. And then again, if I look at my other terms, this is where it gets important again to make sure that you are circling the sign that is attached to it. So we have minus 3x minus 4x. So if I look at these again, now I can combine my x squared terms. I have 5x squared plus 2x squared. So again, we are just adding. That should give you 7x squared. And then we have minus 3x minus 4x. And both of these are minus terms, so they can be combined, and minus 3 minus 4, or negative 3 minus 4, should give you minus 7x. Again, when you're adding or subtracting, you can't combine squared terms and non-squared terms. So we are finished this problem. This is our fourth problem. Now you are good to go and try the next, I think there's 10 total, so the next 6 problems on your own, and I'll be here to overview and help you if you have any questions or concerns.